Hello and good morning, crafty creatures, or good evening, or happy time zone. Oh, I've activated the shepherds. It is Friday. Woohoo! It's actually my Friday. I have this weekend off, so I'm super pumped about that. Guys, take the toy, go. Take it, go. No, I didn't say. Why are there so many Kongs in my. Okay, go. I started talking and the dogs got excited. And I have a rule: no Kongs in my office because they're destructive assholes when they have Kongs. And my craft space slash office is a place of peace and serenity. I know that. Pretty pretty recently, I know I've been streaming to myself, streaming with myself, streaming with myself. I asked the world to watch, but I got nothing to do, 'cause I'm streaming with myself. Eh. You get the random musical numbers. So, so yesterday I got my eye poked, and it's still kind of cruddy today. I like my eye doctor, don't get me wrong, but his assistants are much better at numbing my eye up. I mean, he comes in, he numbs it up, he does the job, it's all good as done. Like, he gets the job done, and I'm in and out of there in 15 minutes. But I get more crud when he does it on its own. Like, my eye waters more. So that's what I'm dealing with today. But we are working with black today. Tuesday, we finished a page. We got to the end. This is the end of the new page. And now we are, in following my rule of it has to be touching this page or some other color over here, we're working on black. No comment on the Billy Idol. Come on now. I thought that was clever. uh, it is actually not cold outside today, so I'm burping the house, which I love. That I love having learned that term. I always just called it opening the windows on a nice spring day, but it's technically called burping. When you open your windows in like a transitional season, it's called burping because it's getting the bad air out of the house. Well, here in the states, under parody, under the First Amendment, there's something called parody law, where I can do stuff like that. I I think I learned it on. I heard it on TV. Maybe it was Dragon. Maybe it was Dragon. I don't know. So I got my necklace all done. I've shown it to a few people, and I'm gonna I'm gonna let Nessie be the judge. If she thinks it's good enough after she accoutrements it to be put out for sale, then I'm going to leave that judgment up to her because I am overly critical of my work. And if she thinks that it would be okay to go out on the floor, then I'm gonna take her judgment on it. But I've shown it to a few people, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so pretty." And, but I'm overly critical of my work, so. Mhm. I also yesterday, as part of my after therapy retail therapy, I went to a thrift store and I found a pile of canvases. Um, and I like to buy from thrift stores where I can, because I know that someone just is like, nope, we're done here, and moved on from a hobby. Like I have a couple of things that I need to actually move into my going to the thrift store bin. I actually have the bin downstairs. That was step one, is getting the bin downstairs. Step two is putting stuff in the bin. uh but I got I have a couple of things started, and I'm working. Mind you, my next show is not until June 20th. Um, so I have time, but I want to try. I need to I need to sign up for one in July. There's one that I one that I know that I can make, that I need to get the application down. Mm-hmm. But the one on June 20th is one I'm excited about, because it's a night. I love the night markets. Um, even even though I'm night blind, so packing down is really rough. But I love them. I love the night markets. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't mind criticism of my work. I do not mind, legit. But it has to be constructive criticism. Um, just being like, "Oh, hey, that sucks," is not productive for anybody. Um, and it might make me not like you as much. But I don't need false praise either. I don't need someone being like, "Oh, this is good," and then like being like, "Nah," behind my back, going, "Nah, that's not good." Um, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I did hear that and a couple of the people, they're like, "Well, it's not something I like, but it is really good work." So that's that's honest feedback. It's not something they like, but they can admire the craftsmanship in it. Oh, sorry. My eye is just gunk. But my vision is much clearer. Now that my eyes have both been done. Why did oh bugger. I got lost in myself. I didn't do enough stitches, so. Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a huge chunk of black here that I'm working on. And then I know it works its way down, and getting the black done, it's a lot of color, but at the same time it's also an opening color for like getting the rest of the 336 done. Um which is this color up here. Like I like to, once I start a color, to actually get it off the page. I know sometimes I can't do that, but it's kind of like the judges on the reality shows. Like I love the Masked Singer. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I think U.S. politics should be handled like the Masked Singer. You put on a mask, we alter your voice, and you talk to us about the issues. That would make it more of a a uh, a contest of actual merit rather than a popularity contest, which it is currently. And I mean, Masked Singer's kind of a popularity contest too, about how good you are. But they are always overly praising. Is the ad break back? Oh, maybe done. I don't know. Okay. Mm-hmm. I meant to reorganize my cameras today, but then I got distracted because I want to move this camera to a different position. Where? I don't know, but obviously it didn't get done before stream today. Yeah, I've always been, because, and it's hard to explain. It's not that I don't trust that they're legitimately that nice. I'm gonna use Miss Rachel for an example, because everybody sees her persona on the internet, um, and is like, oh no, she's not legit. Miss Rachel is one of the kindest people I have ever met. She's very firm when she's angry, but she's never cruel. She is firm. She holds her boundaries, and I mean, we went to high school together. So from 14 to 18, I knew Miss Rachel, and she was never mean. She was firm in setting her boundaries, and she never thought less of herself. Like, she knew what she wanted, she knew where she wanted to go and who she wanted to be. She was very confident. And she also recognized that she didn't have to be mean to be popular. She actually was a very nice popular girl. She was kind, and but when she's speaking, she's educated and she's firm. But she is really that nice. Like, there are very few people from my high school that were considered popular kids that I would die on a hill on. Miss Rachel just happens to be one of the people that I went to high school with that I would die on that hill. Yes, yes. I I I try to find that balance because I recognize that my tone is not always where it should be. My boss is like, "Well, you need to tell this person that." I'm like, "No, I am telling you this because every time I tell someone something, I get pulled into your office and told I need to be nicer about it." She's like, "Yeah, that's a good point." I'm like, "See? I learned." I often get told I am aloof, and I am okay with that. I am okay with aloof. Um, because I need buffer time. I need time to essentially feel you out, and I need time to watch you, to see who you are. Like we have a new lady doing the overnight. So okay, so update on my life. This happened in the past 48 hours. Not even 48 hours. Maybe just 48 hours. 24 hours? Eh. Um, One of our overnights gave notice. Their last day is the 23rd, and I don't think this will affect any of my streaming, but I will be transitioning to the Saturdays that I work. I will be doing 12-hour shifts, and so will my supervisor counterpart in the daytime. So we'll be doing 12-hour shifts to cover a Saturday. Um, and I think Sunday. I don't know. But I need to work that out because I have a weekend that I work that I'm trying to get coverage for, and if I'm working a 12-hour shift, I need someone who knows how to do both the 3 to 11 and the 11 to 7. So I might not. That might be a rough sell. It's really there's a mug that I need to get. Is I accidentally became good at my job, and now I'm now people come to me for advice. So that was the one more. Now we're doing one less. La 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 la. Remember this page? Actually, some of the black is the top, the back of the crown of Dionysus's head. So, in getting 310 all done, we'll start to see His Royal Highness show up in the cross stitch. Sorry, pulling a stitch. I see that I malaligned a piece of string. So, council, over the course of you're towards the end of your day, correct? I mean, it's 10 a.m. here, so you must be at evening supper time. I don't know, dinner and supper. I don't know what people call it. The evening meal era. Food. Oh, okay. So, okay, the afternoon, almost tea time, but that's more Britain than Scotland. I don't know if I don't know how many, because I'm dumb culturally in that nature. I know it's very important. I don't know why it's very important, but I know it's important. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Dragon and I are in the Eastern. Jules is in Jules and Pocket are in Atlantic. Hutchie, when she's here, isn't in the future. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. It isn't Bus in either Mountain. Oh, she must be in Pacific. They must be in Pacific. Sorry. I know that Spaz and Shoost are in Mountain. I don't always know the name of the time zone, but it's fun to learn the names of the time zone. Um, I don't know as if I don't know if North America is the only one that names its time zones either, because we don't. I never learned of Atlantic time until I looked. But yeah, we have Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. Okay. I can feel the fresh air kind of rolling in. I didn't open any windows on the first floor, but I opened four on the second floor, and it's so nice. It's a really nice day out. Like, it's not super hot, but it is nicer than it has been in a while, and I'm taking advantage of it. In case we needed more proof that time is a is a man-made creation. Yes, yes. Everybody, you can pet Feature, but you cannot pet Raw. Do not pet the Raws. Raws are not friendly. Mm. We do not burp the house in the winter. I have been known on nicer days to leave a door or two open for a little bit. At current prices, it's not worth it. I had to fuss with my cameras today. Husband Creature's like, did the cameras still work? I'm like, yeah, they're working all right. Um, I've noticed, like I was telling him, I had noticed they weren't picking up motion as well as they should have. So I was looking through their settings, and apparently their motion sensitivity had been knocked down. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So I put the motion sensitivity back up, and they're detecting again. So mm-hmm. And I'm trying to wear more colors. I still have a whole lot of black, and I still have not gone through any of my clothes. I'm thinking, small goal, go through one of my drawers today, um, because I do. I need to go through my drawers. I need to get rid of clothes I don't wear. I need to pull out the winter stuff to put that in the back. I need to do the things. I need to find the summer things. Woo! Woo! Oh, oh, oh. We can turn on cuteness. I I have quite a bit of color. Um, just a lot of it isn't work appropriate, so I tend not to wear it in my day to day. But I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to, um, on my days off or when I'm like even the couple hours that I'm streaming, I'm trying to express my wardrobe a little bit more because I have a gorgeous wardrobe. I really do. And I want to show it off a little bit. And if it's 2 hours while I'm on stream where you get to see my cool, because my pants are mostly black. But my pants are not exciting. My shorts are black, like not exciting. But I have some really cool tops. So, and that's really all you like. And even when I move my camera to suit, you'll be able to see a little bit more of me. But still, you know, I've never really been in the closet. I've never. Mostly because I am completely comfortable with who I am attracted to, and I'm sorry that if you're attracted to me and you don't fit the parameters, I'm sorry. I'll be nice, but meh. I'm finally making my clothes come out of the closet is more. And even if it is just for 2 hours a day. Oh, I mean, I've worn tank tops on stream before because, let's be fair, it gets hot. It gets hot in this room. It gets hot in Maine, and my ultimate goal is to go up an entire floor, so it'll be hot up there too. Because that room doesn't have a function up above me where ultimately I want my streaming to be. It doesn't have an AC. I'm insulating it best I can, and it has ceiling fans so I can move air, and I'll be fine with moving air. But yeah, it doesn't have an AC plan yet. So let's see, we've got 3, 6, 7. uh 5, 6, 7. Skip 1 and 2. We're almost done this chunk of black, and then I get to decide if I'm going to work on like little runners that go down the side to accentuate, or if I'm going to find the other chunk of black to work on. Oh yeah, I can feel the fresh air, and it's empowering because it's been a stuffy winter. It's been cold. And yes, we absolutely needed a cold winter. We needed the bugs to die. Um we needed to have the snow that we got. We needed it all. Did I enjoy it? Eh. I am hoping that during the spring that it doesn't rain every weekend, so on my weekends off, I can actually get some house projects done. No, no, that's what it is there's one there the page ends one stitch after this one, and I'm not going out that far. It can wait one stitch. This top bar is perfectly counted. It came out completely correct. I'm really sticking to the top bar and working my way down, because having to fill in greenery was not my favorite thing to do. Okay. Almost done. I have this line that I'm finished. I actually might get to start the new chunk on a new piece of string. Next week is looking like a normal stream week. Knocking on wood, just to be sure. I have finally, at least for the next week, I don't have any doctor's appointments. I don't have any weird shifts that I signed up for at work. I should have a full week of Divine Instinct. I'm actually really proud that I managed to get 3 of my 4 streams done this week. It's just been wild and crazy, and I can get told rule 0 till the cows come home, and I did. I took yesterday off because I needed to. Okay. That chunk of chunk. Let's hit the check mark. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, looking like I'm doing like a weird hybrid thing. I'm doing a chunka tendril. It starts off with a block at the top, and then it makes its way down into like a line. So uh okay. I need to move my magnifying glass, but my camera's like in a perfect spot, which is frustrating. Yeah. Okay. We're going on a ride with the camera, sorry. There. Looking at the very bottom line. 1, 2, 3. I have a very small piece of string that I'm gonna get this weird satellite. Well, I try to do weekly maintenance on mine. Um, I think today, because it's so nice, I am going to take it downstairs. Well, I don't know, because I'm gonna take it downstairs. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it downstairs, but I'm gonna hook my shop vac up, clean my shop vac out. And what I like to do is I take my shop vac and I just blast the dust out of it. Because I have a very dusty house. Between the animals and the wood stove, my house gets very dusty. But I have a very specified filter and whatnot that I put into my shop vac, and I clean the basin of my shop vac out, and then I put it in reverse and I just blast air through my computer. And I might do it to husband creatures tomorrow. So I might wait till tomorrow to get mine done too, because it is a little bit of a show. I might vacuum up some fur and stuff today to get all the dirt that I want to get out of the house. But we'll see. We'll see what on my to-do list gets done today. Okay. I'm gonna mark where 2, 3, and 4. I have enough to do this line. 2, and oh my goodness, there. As you can see, every time I move, I get a look from a shepherd. And I'm not allowed to escape because my doorway is blocked. Nope, I was right the first time. Only bad thing about having the windows open is Pixie can hear everything. So there might be lots of barking today. Oh, that reminds me. So yesterday, I'm going out to go get my eye poke. And I walk outside, and there are 2 police officers. Well, I guess technically 3 police officers. There were 2 humans and a dog. And it was a Malinois, and it was one of the drug sniffers, just wandering around my neighborhood. And I step outside, and most people see the cops and a cop dog, and they're like, "Oh my god!" No, I had a very white girl reaction. I went, "Oh my god, what a pretty dog!" And the dog perked up. Like, the dog is like, "Oh yeah, I am the best. I am the best pupper ever." And the officers just kind of chuckled because they saw the dog's reaction to my delighted squeal. Um, there was nothing around my house, and I just I just kind of I pretty much that's exactly what I did. And then upon hearing my reaction, because I had already shut the door, everything, I was outside, all I needed was outside. Pixie started barking at them. And I told her that we don't bark at police. We don't bark at the police. Pig. I know. I really wanted to pet. I do know that they have jobs to do. She's the patrol officer. Cesar's the bouncer who stays at the door. Pixie's the patrol officer who will meet you off at the pass. Go lay down. My good girl. Enough. There's nothing going on, Pixie. Well, sitting on the Kong is not going to help your butt. Okay. I've started deterring them by every whenever they come and pester me while I'm sitting here, as I brush them. And unfortunately, Pixie has come to enjoy being brushed, so they used to run away. They used to see the brush and be like, "No, we're noping out of this." And now even Cesar's like, "Oh, I can kind of enjoy this," because it gets all their itchies. It gets all their itchy spots. And we are getting to the season that when I get out at noon, I'll go play with them for 45 minutes, half an hour. Yay! I know that I have pretty colors of string and a zipper sitting in my mailbox because I ordered them. So I got a bag that I adore off of Temu. But it being off of Temu, you get what you pay for. So it had shitty ass zippers, and one of them broke. So I bought a new heavy duty zipper. And I took the old zipper out, and I'm going to put the new zipper in. And I'm going to redo the bottom of the bag just a little bit better. Only problem is sometimes I have, well, all the time I have dogs. Like the necklace that I got done I spent a bit of time picking dog fur out of it, and then I got to showing it off to people, and I had to pick more dog fur out of it. So I'm gonna tell Michelle to feel free to pick the dog fur out of it. One of the stencil, because I did some stencil work today, and I'm gonna the stencil bleeds a little. I didn't glue it, so the stencil bled, and it's giving me opportunity for even prettier art, but I gotta wait for the paint to dry. I gotta sand it down a little bit. But I had to pick the dog hair out of the stencil before I used it today. What I want to do is I want to set stuff up outside so I can play with paint and whatnot without having to worry. One, two, skip one and one. Skip how many and one? 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3. And then skip 1 and 1. I'm almost done the chonka part of this, moving down to the tendril part. I might have to run away real fast to get a drink though. At 11, I'm gonna run away for a couple seconds. Maybe a little past 11, like when my next ad break comes in, because I only got 2. And I don't want to run away, have the ad break. Run away, come back, and then have the ad break. I'd much rather be like, okay, ad break, bye. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Go do what you got to do. Have a good day. I'll see you on Monday if you're feeling streamy. I scare everybody away. It's okay. They'll be back. They'll realize that I didn't mean it. Here they come. I'm about to get judgy looks. Right now they're standing just out of where the camera picks up. Um, the shiny part of the floor. Why that part of the floor is shiny, God knows. It's not a very shiny part of the floor, but you can see their shadows. Um, they're standing right in the corner of the hallway, staring at me. And how do I know this? Because I know my dogs. Oh, they're shepherds. I move a leg muscle and they're halfway down the house. Pig, leave your brother alone. See, that's why I like the pupper cam, is because you can actually see their responses. Because the camera is like, I'm right here, and like this is like the box that was in the screen is the box that I use to access. What else is in the screen? Oh, this is the dog comb. But it's really super close. Like you can see the. We got 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gap of 1, and then right here. 2. I see you, Pig. No, you're not summoning him to try to be riled up. But it is 11, so I'm gonna run downstairs, get something to drink. Oh no, I said I was gonna wait till they announce my ad. So should be soon. Should be like 11:06. Down to over 1. Pixie, enough. Never enough, she says. Never enough. I'm just kind of doing a single line down, because getting these rows set up helps with other colors. And having them set up properly helps me get those other colors done correctly. Now, now we're getting into actually having to count territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that's the limit of my down. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at the bottom of the 10. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. At the 10, I'm at the bottom corner. So I want to go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be a gap of 2 from the middle. And there is, yay! That was scary. I don't like these little oddball ones. I have like a couple more of them to do. But it sets up so much more down at the bottom of the page. So being careful in doing them will help, but at the same time it's harrowing. And I prefer doing straight lines, so that's what I'm doing. Like there's actually the one that's right here. Pupper cam might have to get turned off. But yeah, I have the dot this X that I just did. There's one right below it, but there's also one somewhere in the middle, but I'm going to do the one that's straight below it and then triangulate. Because it's harrowing. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gap of 12. I can do a gap of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and then 13 is where I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm just hoping that my dude tells me when the ad break is incoming. I lied. I'm going to one that gets me. There's a one that's down here that has a less of a gap over to this one in the middle of nowhere. So I'm on the base level. 1, 2, 5 over. I'm at that bottom corner. 1, 2, 5. It's over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I am also just burning through the string. Very careful. And it's funny. What I'm doing here will very much dictate how well I did on this area over here. Like this one, the one that I'm about to do is supposed to is lined up somewhere with this one. So we'll see. We'll see how well I did. It's terrifying. Because mostly I'm pretty sure I messed it up, but we're just gonna have to work around that. Over 3. That'll be the upper corner of the 3. And then 1, 3, 4, 5. So up 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts me in the bottom corner. The chances of that are unfortunately very, very low. Because what it is there's two that I don't have the string for. I don't think I do. I might. I don't like what I'm doing is things that I don't like doing this because it's such, I'm stretching string and it's all over the place and there's so much room. This is generally where I mess up and that's where my count errors occur. So that's why I'm being redonkulously careful in this. Because it's I think it's close to 20 that I have to. Okay, I'm gonna be. One, 3, 4, 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Upper 10, 14. Okay, so upper top and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I'm currently in the upper up. So drop down 1. So where I'm supposed to be lined up is 1 over. Now, and the distance though, let's see. I have another half that I so this is supposed to be 4 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm probably gonna pull these 3 to line them up, and I'll work it out. But right now they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, not supposed to be. That one's supposed to be 5 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this needs to go up 1 and over 1. So that is what I'm about to do. With at least those 3 stitches. Now, I don't recommend what I'm about to do to anyone who is not confident in their cross stitching, mostly because you can really ruin someone's day. But because I've kind of recognized, because I know that this page, the previous page, was messed up in my counting, and I know that I am not messed up where I currently am, I'm going to fix it. Now, again, I do not suggest this if you are not comfortable with your work, because I am. The potential for fucking up is very high. I am a trained professional. Ish. And I am simply quite bluntly, I'm just cutting the stitches. I don't know where my seam ripper is, but seam rippers, funny enough, are infinitely more dangerous because they're sharper and lots less forgiving if something actually happens. So I'm actually gonna be ready for bear. Oh, ad breaks incoming. So when it was, I didn't mess up too bad though. But again, flights over here are too expensive right now. And I will be back. I know it's incoming ad break. Maybe. I'm waiting for the pet to say something. Okay. And I'm back. Woo! I got one Amazon package. I don't think it's everything that they said was supposed to be here today, but okay, let's see. Let's see what I got. Okay, so I got some crochet thread, dark purple. I got my zipper. It's a YKK zipper. And I got my other crochet thread. Yeah, so I didn't before the zipper I had broke. I didn't really pay too much attention to zippers, but there are brands of zippers. And YKK apparently is the most trusted. But it is absolutely gorgeous outside, so I might do some outside chores before I have to go to work today. just like the put on some gloves and like rake my driveway kind of thing. Okay, so I determined that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, gap of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 diagonals up, and then we will move on to other parts. Bare minimum is at least setting this page up for success. Now, the space in here might not be set up for success, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was easy enough to fix. The other things, I make no promises. But that particular area was easy enough to fix. I just don't know. Where I want. Pixie, you're fine. Lay down. Pixie, couche. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend maybe, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do after stream before work is I'm gonna put on my shit boots and my snow claws, but they're also good for mud. And I'm going to go out in the back and I'm gonna start raking up a path so I can get up the hill without having to step in dog shit. So I can have a spot that I can throw their toy. Because it's not icy anymore, and I don't have to worry about them breaking a hip. Okay. So here's the question. Here's the question, my friends. I have the opportunity. I at least I think that's him. It is. I, with the black, am close enough to get started on the top of his hair. Actually, I'm gonna, because I've waited very long for him to make some sort of an appearance. So, mind you, it's not a whole lot, but he's making an appearance. All the way down in this corner here. Okay. That's too far. Okay, so I am. Okay, so this is the line of the 10 that I am keeping an eye out. And that's the box. I am marking that. One, two, three, four, 8. So yeah, this this area is I'm making sure this is correct because I just spent all that time lining all that up. That's funny, there's a knot. Good thing I double checked that because it was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of scary that a zip tie is the space of an 18. Okay, there. Good. Calculation is correct. And that, my friends, Dionysus has made his appearance. I know it's not significant in any way, shape, or form, but he's here. Not out. Captain Penis has entered the chat. Oh, sometimes the little knots spawn bigger knots, which frustrates me. I can't undo the big knot without undoing the little knot. This is a whole different activity within itself. Not pulling. Okay, that's the best I got. There's still a small knot, but not quite as big as what we had before. Okay. Hmm. Not the big heralded entrance I'm sure he was appreciating, but we're expecting. But we have his hair. He's been hiding. He's been hiding so close. seems so insignificant. Like, that is the top of his head right there. Mind you, there's more colors, but now I can access more colors through all of that pain and suffering that I just did with the mathing and the making sure that the stitch is aligned. Something I do believe I told myself I wasn't going to do, but here we are. Okay, I'm gonna close out today with starting on the last big chunk of the black. So let's see. We go. We have 1, 2, 3, and is it only one down? It is only one. So I'm probably only gonna get like the first line secured and then call it a day because it is nice outside and I do want to spend some time with the dog because they have been mostly good dogs. Mostly. Mhm. Oh. Okay. So we started off today at 5.36%. We got 195, 95 stitches done. That brought us up to 5.41%. And I'm going to call it a day so I can go play with the dogs for a little bit and enjoy the nice weather before I have to go to work. I love you all. Drink your water, take your meds. Be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. And I will see everybody on Monday at 10 a.m. with Divine Instinct, where we will be plodding through 939.